Hey everyone, this is BF Warmer, or BW Roses, or BW 1979 as you know me, and I'm here to continue my discussion on Sonic's love life. Now, I started out with Princess Sally, and here I am now going to talk about another love in his life, or wannabe love, in Amy Rose Hedgehog. Now, for some of you that don't know Amy Rose Hedgehog or who she is, let me explain. You see, in the mid 1990s, just around the time that the cartoon Satyam was going off the air, or had just gone off the air, Sega introduced a new character in one of their games for the Sega CD system and the game Sonic CD, and that character was none other than Amy Rose. Now, Amy Rose, believe it or not, when she first debuted here in America, was not known as Amy Rose. Heck, she wasn't even known as as Rosie the Rascal. No, no, no. The name they gave her, believe it or not, was the name of this character, the one I just talked about earlier, Princess Sally. That's right. When the Sonic CD game came out, Amy Rose was named Princess Sally. Now, a lot of fans like myself was like, what the fuck? Why would you name a character like Amy Rose, Princess Sally, when it's obvious all the fans already know who Princess Sally is and what she looks like? Now, anyway, after that occurred, Sega of America decided, alright, there is a Princess Sally already. We don't need the confusion. We don't need fans being angry. So they decided to name her Amy Rose. And for 6 years, Amy Rose was always known by that design that you see her in. Was always known as a sweet 8-year-old to 10-year-old hedgehog that had nothing more than a crush, head over heels crush, if you will, for Sonic. Now, in the comic books, she retained that same crush and same love for Sonic, but according to some, she stayed out of the way or out of the picture for a while out of respect for Princess Sally's love for Sonic. However, in 2001, I think it was 2001, I'm not totally sure, I think it was around 2001, around the time the Sonic Adventure game came out, the Sega of America decided to take a chance at changing Amy Rose's appearances. So instead of her having that little original design that you've seen her in before, the little girl design, she now has the look of a teenager with a red headband, red dress, red boots, and she still retains her hammer, and most importantly, she still retains her crush on Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, in the comic book, the way this was explained is she used the Ring of Acorns, a mystical item that grants wishes, only can grant one wish, one mega wish that would use up all its power. Now, when Amy did this, Amy went from what she was when she first debuted in the games and the comic books to what she is now in the games, comic books, and in Sonic X. Thus, still retaining everything that was about her. But just as many fans alluded to, as it was also alluded to in the comic book by the characters, even though Amy changed her appearance physically and aged physically, that mentally she was still the same Amy Rose Hedgehog that basically she's still the same Amy Rose Hedgehog of 8 to 10 years old that has a crush on Sonic. As a matter of fact, it was depicted in a short story that focused on Amy Rose becoming a freedom fighter, that the reason Amy wanted to do this was not because she wanted to join the freedom fighters on a mission to Station Square, was because also she wanted to be around Sonic. Now, sorry about that. But now, after that, Amy still stood by the side, if you will, or stood on the sidelines out of respect for Sally and Sonic's relationship with each other. However, when Sonic was blasted into another galaxy at the end of 125 and then returned about a year later, which resulted in him and Sally breaking up because she didn't want to see him on the battlefield, Amy Rose decided to open up again, decided to take a chance at being with Sonic. Now, this again was put on hold. when Sonic got involved with the character that I mentioned earlier in my Sally talk, Fiona Fox. However, believe it or not, it was Amy Rose that revealed to Sonic, along with Tails, that Fiona Fox was not really in love with Sonic. The truth is, and I will get into this when I talk about Fiona a little bit, the truth is Fiona was just using Sonic. And again, Amy Rose saw this as an opportunity. Then depicted in a backstory that starred Amy Rose alongside Julie Sue Echidna, who is Knuckles' girlfriend, Amy Rose admitted to Julie Sue why she wanted Julie Sue to train her. The real reason, so she can impress Sonic and be with Sonic, and so Sonic can choose her. However, Julie Sue said, hey, that's cool and all that's cool, you want to do that, but let's be honest with each other. But let's be honest, you can't just think becoming a better freedom fighter is going to impress him and have him win your heart. Or you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. But again, Amy would not take no for an answer. And she has done everything in her power, basically since the Sally breakup and the Fiona breakup, to try to get Sonic to notice her. As a matter of fact, in the issue where Antoine proposes to Bunny to be his wife, which I think is issue 173, 173 I believe, Amy Rose holds Sonic's hand and asks him if he gives him any ideas, in which Sonic, just rolls his eyes like, not really. Basically that is just Amy Rose trying to pursue her dream. Now, give Amy Rose's character credit. She will not give up on Sonic, no matter what the circumstances is, no matter who he gets involved with. She always will never give up on her goal to make Sonic her boyfriend. Now, in Sonic X, at the end of Sonic X, the Season 2 ending I should say, Sonic is giving her a flower. Thus, in the third season that followed, makes everyone believe that maybe Sonic and Amy are an item now, farther from the course. Sonic just did that out of friendship, although at the end of Season 3, you might think otherwise. Nice. Now, I will give Sega credit for the Sonic X series for kind of bringing Amy Rose and putting in a mixture of what she has been known for in the comic books and in the games, but also mixing in a little bit of that attitude that says, okay, I have to put this, the cause that I'm fighting for first before I do anything else. Even though there are times she still likes to impress Sonic. But anyway, I thought I'd just kind of that's all. I just thought I'd kind of talk about Sonic's second love in his life, or wannabe love, which is Amy Rose Hedgehog, and how this character, despite how Sonic feels about her, still has that goal and dream to achieve and wants to see fulfilled in having Sonic as her boyfriend. But up next, I'm going to talk about Fiona Fox. Stay tuned, everybody. This one's going to be interesting.